In my opinion, this grooming gang scandal is not going away. If anything, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I've just read a fabulous piece by Matt Goodwin. If you don't know who Matt Goodwin is, you should definitely follow him. He was a university professor. I believe it was University of Kent. I could have that wrong, but he was a top university professor and political commentator, and he writes loads of articles for newspapers, etc., etc. He's one of the very few UK professors that's on the right wing of politics, but he's mega intelligent, hugely articulate, quite thoughtful, but really strong in his views. And he's been jumping up and down on this grooming scandal for quite a long time now. He's been putting articles out about it for about 10 years or so. Anyway, he's just published, he was contacted by a woman called, I think her name is Lucy Allen. She was the Conservative MP for the constituency of Telford, and she was the MP when the grooming gang scandal in Telford broke. She was there, I think, from about 2015 to the last election. She lost her seat. She's put out an article, which Matt Goodwin has published, where she's basically come out and said how big the conspiracy is and was, not just in Telford, but in other towns. So when she was an MP in Telford, and she started to hear about what had been going on, she started to speak publicly about the grooming gangs, about what was going on, and she was shut down from all sides, both within her own party, the Conservative Party. Home Office ministers and other ministers above her told her to shut up, stop speaking about it, don't go down that road. She was also visited by the head of the police authority, I think it was West Mercia Police in her area, who basically visited her personally and said she was risking her career. She didn't want to be perceived badly. She didn't know what she was talking about and basically told her to shut up. Local councillors, who are a Labour-run council in Telford, put together a detailed letter denouncing her, saying there was nothing going on, and got lots of co-signatories to that letter. And they basically completely shut her down, shut her up, and tried to sort of portray her as a nutter, just for trying to speak about this. And that was all areas of the political life, the local media, the local police force, the Conservative Party and the Labour Party, all joined together to shut her down on this. This conspiracy is massive. That's just one town. And you can bet your bottom dollar exactly the same thing happened in multiple other towns. Rotherham, Rochdale, Bradford, Luton, Oxford, Peterborough. So many places this has happened. And you hear the same story. Local councillors, local police, the judiciary, political parties, whether that's both the Conservative Party, who were in power at the time, and the local councils, which inevitably were almost always Labour, all jumped on this to shut it down. They didn't want it being discussed. They didn't want the news getting out there. What they all did, all of them, they're all guilty of condemning thousands of young girls to be sexually abused, to be raped, to be tortured. It's appalling what's gone on. There's more and more detail coming out about it. I'm sure TikTok will jump on me again for saying this, but these articles are all in the public domain. These allegations of conspiracies by local councils, by local police, by local MPs are all now in the public domain. These are facts, these are out there, and it's more and more is going to be revealed about it. So if you do shut down this video, I will appeal it. But let's see what happens again. But as I say, this is just going to get bigger and bigger. The cat is out of the bag. The genie is out of the bowl. It's not going to go away. It's not going to get any smaller. Let's see what happens in the next few days.